So what caused the stock market to go up? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. A quick little live stock market update. I hope that you learned something new. And if you do, please make sure you destroy that like button. And of course, consider subscribing. So 3 things that I specifically want to talk about in this video. The first thing is what caused the market to go down. Actually, it's 3 different points that I'm trying to share with you. I first want you to understand what has caused the market to go up. I'm a big believer in giving you guys a full understanding of overall market sentiment. Why does the market go down? Why does the market go up? Well, this is TQQQ, which is the NASDAQ ETF. And ever since the beginning of January, especially if you've been watching my channel, I upload videos every single day, and I've been keeping you guys up to date every single day as the NASDAQ market has been selling off. It's been a very challenging experience, but of course, a very fulfilling experience, especially if you're part of our Learn, Plan, Profit group. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is, what caused first the market to sell off? First off, it was the idea of inflation. Second, they talk about interest rates. Third, when Russia attacked Ukraine. Fourth, the consequences of that, right? Oil prices, Russia being a huge producer of oil prices beginning to shoot up as the blockage for Russia began to happen. Oil prices began to shoot up. Overall markets began to drop. Finally, it wasn't that there was any solution, right? It wasn't that things got better. Things simply didn't get worse. And that's what actually caused the market to go up. If you think about it, even from the very beginning of this, right? Mid-March, did anything happen? Did Russia stop attacking Ukraine? No. Did inflation go away? No. Did interest rates go away? No. They're still rising, right? And that's what I want to talk about. What caused the market to go up today? Well, first thing, the market had a 4-day green streak, right? This was kind of the end of the 4-day green streak. All great things must come to an end. So you have to understand that if you're going to learn or want to partake in the stock market, there's the green days and there's the red days. Red days are inevitable. They're always going to happen. Your job is not to avoid risk. Your job is to manage risk. Why do you think that we always talk about position size, locking in profits? It's not because we've never done this before, but because we understand how the market works. With that being said, today specific things were shared. And again, these are the 3 points. The first thing is that supposedly Russia and Ukraine are in a peace talk, right? With that being said, supposedly there are still attacks happening in Ukraine. That news began to be shared. That's not good. Things are getting worse, right? Especially with what is being presented and then the actual action that follows after. That's the first thing. The second thing is oil prices. Oil prices actually went up today. You guys know that we've been following oil very closely, and it's not anything too significant, but as oil prices go up, you guys can look at the price per oil or the price per barrel. Oil prices shot back up today. They're still very, very bullish, although they're very overbought, still very bullish. There's no solution that we have here in the United States to be sufficient, right, to keep up with the demand levels. So that means that oil prices or gas prices are only going to continue to go up. 2.3% is what the United States Oil Fund gained today. As oil prices go up, negative sentiment for the overall market. And the last thing that you need to understand is that interest rates, again, it's like this whole thing over and over and over again. Interest rates were talked about today. Last time the Fed raised interest rates 0.25%. They're still going to raise interest rates. It was said originally that it was going to be another 0.25%, but now it's expected to be, 0.5%, which is a little bit more than anticipated. Again, it's not that it's the worst news, it's that it's simply not better, right? And if things are not better and things are actually getting worse or worse than anticipated, then that gets factored into the market. That's how the market reacts. This is why we see TQQQ or the overall NASDAQ market to go down. Again, it's not that things have to get better, but as long as things don't get worse, that's good for the market. I know a weird psychology to understand, but it's the reaction of the market. Any reaction tends to be an overreaction for the NASDAQ or for the overall markets. So with that being said, all of this has been factored into the market. That's when we hit the overall lows. And when things didn't begin to get worse, that's when the market began to recover because they were already factored. It's not that it got better, it's that they didn't get worse. With what we heard today, things got a little worse. It's not that bad. Again, we've had a consistent green streak for the NASDAQ market. Literally everything. I even want to use AMC as an example. I know I've been making videos about AMC. AMC dropped 15% today, including aftermarket hours. And yeah, it sucks for those that partook in AMC. In my opinion, it's a high-risk trade, but also I can't talk about it being down 15% today and not also congratulate it for being up 160% in just a week of trading, right? One day it gapped up nearly like 35 or 40%. So it comes with the territory. Anytime that something goes up, there's always going to be corrections along the way, and you need to understand that. A very simple message that I want to leave you with is, again, your job as a trader, your job as an investor is not to avoid the red days. It's not to avoid risk. Loss is inevitable. Red days is inevitable in the market. Your job is to simply put yourself in a position in which you can tolerate, to not lose more than you are willing or able to tolerate. That's the only thing that you should prepare for. This is where risk to reward ratios come in place, making sure your upside outweighs your downside. This is something that we always talk about, especially if you're part of my Learn Plan Profit group. Today, our Learn Plan Profit group was very well aware of the NASDAQ market was struggling during our live trading session today. NASDAQ market began to drop. SQQQ goes up when the NASDAQ market goes down. I made a couple $1,000s trading SQQQ, and so did our LPP team. Again, it's understanding what goes up when the market goes down and what goes up when the market goes up. It's not about predicting the future, but simply preparing for it. So again, friendly reminder, if you guys want to be able to watch me trade live every single day, I literally trade live every single day at market open, and it's the second link down below. What do you get? Well, if you click the second link, you get access to our A to Z video lesson library that's designed for absolute beginners, my daily live trading session, access to our private group chat, and as well as you now get access for free to our Tech Buds Trading HQ. So I actually have a physical location at 7,000 square feet, 15 offices, and you're actually able to come on in and trade among other traders. It's an experience that no one else provides. And again, that is exclusive for our Learn Plan Profit team. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that, click the second link down below. And I'd love you to learn more about our Learn Plan Profit team. I really do appreciate your guys' time. I hope that it earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.